Hey guys, how are we doing today? It's Thursday, my day. How are we doing? How you fellas? How's the week going? Ah, yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. How you guys doing? Let's chat first, so you guys can let's get warmed up before we talk about any progress I made. But I kind of cheated a little bit in the background and made some progress. I'll show you guys. But how are we doing? Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy? Jose, Slim Gig. Got my peoples here. Who else is here? Doing good. That's awesome. I'm doing well myself. I didn't feel good this morning, to be honest with you. Like I took off work. I didn't feel good, man. I felt like I was about to throw up a little bit, but I tried to fight it back and I won. So that's a good thing. So I was hoping that I feel good for the stream. So I did. So I feel much better. I was able to get some things done, some prep work done. So tonight is, like I promised, is like wiring up, doing some wiring up. But I would say that I'm pretty much like, I want to say 95% there, if not 90. You know, so everything now is just wiring. I did do some wiring in the background, like the most, not I want to say the difficult part, but just, you know, the annoying wiring parts. I'll show you guys that before we go into wiring this up. I've never done this on stream before, so this is the first time I'm usually in the background doing this. I'm pretty quick at it. Hopefully it takes me no more than an hour to kind of get this done, and then we can kind of finish wiring up everything. But yeah, but I'm thinking about a 3-hour stream, you know, like we did. It seems like a nice comfortable time to end it, like 8:30. It's like a nice time to do so. But we're gonna wire this up, and I'll show you guys my little method of what I used to wire it up. But hey, GoldenJaguar3D, welcome, bud. Got my peoples here today. So let me kind of go through like what I got done. So let me move some stuff, and then I'll kind of show you guys what I got done in the background. Hey, Jose, how you doing? Let me put this. I'm trying to find a good spot because I have so much stuff all over the place. I'm making sure I put it back. Alright, so alright guys, so let me show you the progress I made on this beast, because it's super heavy and I gotta be careful. Okay, don't judge my wiring, guys. Like, listen, I was trying my best to make it look good, and I know I'm gonna be judged. I'm not, like, my wiring is functional, but it's not the neatest. I'm gonna admit that. I am going to admit my wiring is okay. So I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. Ignore these. I just sleeved these just now. So like in the last couple of hours, I ran some sleeving just so it looks neat. So we're gonna clean that up a little bit. But let me kind of show you guys. I gotta put this on the face so we can kind of talk about what I did. It is so freaking weighty. Okay. Yes, Wegos. Yes, I did. It's my first time actually using Wegos. They're actually not hard to use, believe it or not. So let me grab my side cam here so I can show you guys. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger for y'all so you guys can see a little bit. Let's go to side cam view. So I followed the Voron thing and I ran this up. So I did go ahead and wire this up using the Voron like manual, the 2.4 manual. So that helped a lot. So it's wired up nicely, so it does turn on. I tested it out already. As you can see, it's my first time using Wegos, and I actually like these things. They're pretty good. It just makes, you know, I could do better in wiring. Let's admit this. Like, I could do a lot better job at the wiring factor, but I just wanted to get it kind of wired up. So I have it pre-wired. I have the bed wired. I have the what do we call this now? I should know, the SSR wired up, not all the way because I still got to run this wiring to the bed. This is the bed temperature sensor. I haven't finished wiring up that, so I still leave a little bit of the wiring to do for tonight. So yeah, still more stuff to do. I just wired up the power supply so they both come on at the same time. So I just did some pre-wiring in the background just to make my life a little easier on stream. And as you can see, these sleevings are not black. They're like olive army green. I thought it matched really well, and I got it local. So you know, it wasn't like, you know, I was really looking for black and yellow just to stay with the theme, but I thought this was kind of a nice deviation from the color scheme. Not too far, it's dark enough. And then I used like a yellow heat shrink to kind of finish it off. So I would say it's not too bad. But that's all the progress I made on here. So we're going there, we're making it there. So tonight my goal is like install the LEDs, pre-wire up the LEDs, and pre-wire up the back of the board and stuff like that. So we got some work to do, enough to run through the next 3 hours that I'm going to be streaming for. So yes, I just kind of wanted to show you that the wiring job is not terrible. It's not too bad. It's not bad. It could be better, but I'm just doing the best I can with my little knowledge I got with the wiring. So all right, so let's get back to business here so we can kind of wire up this thing. So I'm gonna take it off the table, and then we're gonna focus on getting some other things done here. Okay, let me lift him up. It's pretty heavy. It is super heavy. All right, Mark. Okay. All right. So now that I showed you guys that, let's get back to wiring this up. Now, as you guys know, I love my IGOS Continue Flex cable. I did reach out to them, see if they would like to sponsor us in some way with some cables. Who knows? I think that would be fun. So we'll see if they email us back. So yeah, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get started with this. How you guys doing? Any questions so far, guys? How's your week so far? And I like that. Nice shout out to the Patreons, guys. I appreciate everybody that, again, like sign up to Patreon. It really is humbling that you guys really support the channel. So I really like that. I really appreciate you guys coming around and supporting what I do here, or at least my contribution to the community. Okay. Trying to see. All right. So what we're gonna do, because this is really long, I'm gonna probably cut it probably about halfway a bit, because judging based on where the tool is gonna run and its max point, let me look here just to make sure I'm not cutting too short. Yeah, we don't need a lot of this. So yeah, we'll cut this in half. We really don't need all of this extra stuff. So I'm gonna cut it in half and then cut down what I need, so that way, you know, we can get this thing going. So I'm gonna cut it in half because we don't really need all of this extra. I think I had a box cut or something up there. So I'm gonna show you the process of how I find the wiring, because clearly with everything is black, you need a way to find the wiring, and basically you will see me use this tool to find, you know, the continuity of the wire that I'm looking for. So it's a little process, but like I said, it's kind of therapeutic at the same time. So I'm probably gonna cut probably about right there. I think this is plenty, right where the wording end. I think this is plenty enough to. I'm just using a box cutter, like a typical box cutter, just to cut through it. This is not the sharpest one, but I'm bringing in, guys, a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing. That way. All right. I'm gonna adjust the screen a little bit so we can put a little closer to what I'm doing here. And man, these cameras make a massive difference, guys. Like really, you know, it's really nice to have cameras that are a bit better on the quality side. Man, I really changered up that cable. I should have used something sharper, but it's okay. All right. Hey, Lusink. How you doing, man? Welcome to another stream. It's wiring time. So let me see. I can cut about, I think I can get away about this much of the sleeving, because the board is, you know, like I said, it's pretty long. The board, the path of the board is pretty short, so I think I can get away with just probably right there. Yeah, like about right here for sleeving. So we'll cut right there, right about right there. I think we have enough room to run all the cabling I would need to run. Just making sure. I think we'll be all right here. So right now I'm just taking off a sleeve by carefully just using the knife to roll it, so the sleeve, and I'm not cutting the actual conductors on the inside. And the reason why I like using this cable, like I said, it works great as an umbilical, because it tends to keep its shape under heat. It don't tend to get soft over time, you know. So that's why I like using it, because the jacket outside is pretty stiff. So that's why I like to use it. Now it's just to take it off. It takes a little process. As you can see, there's some white powder. See that white powder? That is to help with the should I put it now? It's to help with the with it flexing a lot. So that's what that is. 3D experiment. Just dropping by to say hello. May have to jet soon. Nieces and nephew want to play online games. All right, man. I appreciate you coming around. 3D experiment. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna make this easier on myself by just doing it and cheating, guys. I'm cheating for a second. Just using a little vice grip I have here, my little vice, and let it hold the sheet, and I pull it. And that's the easiest way to kind of get it off. Like I said, I usually don't do this on camera, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. All right, there we go. So as you can see, there's like a bunch of powder on my hand from doing it. And what I would do is just use some alcohol and some paper towel to just wipe away some of that powder. Now in between, I'm still waiting to see wifey holding a bat behind you and keeping you in line. I'm pretty sure you would. I'm pretty sure you would. One of these days, I'm just gonna come up with a whole skit online for you while I'm doing stuff like this. Chardell. Hey, Jprince, welcome, man. First time seeing you around. You've probably been watching, but never seen you comment. But welcome either way. Appreciate you coming through. What's the name of the harness? It's the IGUS continuous flex cable chain, and I think the specific model of this is the right here. See if you can read that right there. I think you can clear it up. See that? Come on, focus. I had it a second ago. There we go. So CF880518, I want to say, and it's 18 gauge, I want to say. And this should have about 18 conductors in it. So that's what it is. So it's a CF880 continuous flex cable from IGUS. You can get different amount of conductors. You can get about anywhere from 24 to about 4. It just depends on the amount you want in it. For me, I typically go about 20, just because, you know, if I want to have future expansion or add something extra like a BL touch that requires 5 wires or something extra down the line, I could do it. For example, when they released Stealth Burner, I had this on my 1.8 and I was able to use the extra conductor and went to Stealth Burner without no problem with LEDs and still have spare wires. So that's why I did it, like kind of like future proofing. If I needed to use extra conductor, it was there. So of course CAN bus is easier, but this is also robust too. Like once you wire it up, you don't have an issue. Like it, you know, it's gonna work. So it comes with this little core in the center, so I'm just gonna cut it. You're welcome, Masin. Oh, that's your new name, Robert. Hey. Oh, you change it to your business name. Gotcha, Robert. Welcome, buddy. By the way, Robert or Jprince is the one that's kind of sponsoring the that switch wire build giveaway that will come up soon. Like if you guys go on the channel, you will see that I have a lot of scheduled stream. So there's a ton of scheduled stream that I have to do. I think that should be fun, and like I said, various amount of projects coming. There's still projects that I haven't even put on there yet. I just didn't want to overwhelm everybody, but and overwhelm myself. But there's a lot of streams coming, so like I said, stay tuned. And again, different projects from what you guys are used to. It's not gonna all be Vorons, you know, like TikTok, you know, little other projects that I want to work on. So and also, if you guys have Facebook, make sure you join the I Love 3D Print group. Awesome group. Robert is one of the admin, as much as myself. So if you guys would like to support that as well, just head over to the group. You guys can chat to me in there. We'll chat, and you can post your prints, post your printers, you know, ask for help, stuff like that. It's really, really nice Facebook group. So I'm trying to find some paper towels so I can wipe this off, because it's very very powdery. And spray bottle. So I'm just gonna wipe this down a little bit just to take off some of that powder. This is the first time doing this on stream, so I'm a little nervous because I'm so used to doing this in the background and then showing you guys the end result. So it's like, it's so weird now for me to actually be doing this portion on the stream. So, but I want to just share with you guys what I do. All right, so we have our wiring. So now it's time to wire it up. I think I might need to cut this a little bit more because this is the shortest I've ever ran it, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get away with it the way it is. The Rook looks like a fun project. Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to do the Rook. That's another thing. I also want to upgrade my VZ Trident and my VZ Bot print head to the official VZ print head, the plastic version instead of all metal version. I bought all of the stuff for it, so as you guys can see, I wasn't playing. That's why I said there's a couple of projects coming. So I did buy the standoff, the required standoff for it, and I bought some 2510 24 volt fans for it. So that's coming too. So we're gonna do that upgrade. A lot of little things. Yeah, the Rook 180 is what I'm really interested in. Like, the little Rook is not bad. I might build one eventually, but the Rook 180 looks really, really nice. Looks like I can have fun with that one. But in order to do that build, I have to, like, if you guys can look back here, I have my bigger V1.8 that I converted from my X5SA frame. I got to remove the 12mm rod, and in order to do that, I'm upgrading it to tap using the same method I did with my 1.8 by installing the linear rails bed bond. And then I can use those 12mm rods for the Rook. So that's why if you see the scheduling, I have this mod first, then the Rook after. So I was thinking ahead, guys. I was on the ball. I was thinking ahead, like how I'm gonna work out the projects. So yeah, need to print a new VZ butt print head for both my VZs. I'm footsing around in CAD software to match the Rook mod to my parts. Nice. Nice. Very nice, Nick. Alright, so this is what I do. So I have it plugged in. The power supply is plugged in. This is basically, what would you call this now? This is like one of those tools you can use to detect electricity or current. You can use a ammeter. I have one, but in this case, I use that for more like detecting voltage range. This is more like to detect, you know, continuity of voltage or whatever. Like, it lights up. So, and I think a lot of mechanics use this. Like, a lot of mechanics use this. So basically, all I'm doing now is, let me get my stuff ready. So I'm gonna get that ready. I'm gonna also get missing one thing, guys. Missing one thing. Maybe it's under here. Oh, there we go. Also get this ready. And this and this. Get this ready as well. E-Trink. I have a lot of E-Trink here too as well, just in case I need it. So I'm going to show you guys the process of what I'm doing so you guys can kind of see. Multimeter. There you go. There you go. Wiring probe. There you go. That's it, Lussing. Sir, I've been commissioned to do some projects. Really have awful CAD skills. You know what? Actually, I was talking to Squirrel Brain, 3D Experiment, and he's willing in the background for me, you know, because I've been bugging him, to kind of show me the basics of Fusion 360 CAD. I just really need to know the tools. If I know the tools, then I can kind of use my imagination to draft up stuff. Like, for example, Blue Boy, I'm not done with him yet. Like, it's fast, but I'm thinking about going dual motors on the Y and maybe 4 motors on the X. Just something stupid, but I just want to see what it would do to just like have 4 motors on the bed itself and then dual X just to mess with it. Maybe stiffening up, maybe just removing the actual thinner bed and go for a thicker bed, something with more rigidity. It may be heavy, but rigidity. And then using 4 motors to move that big bed, right? Just almost like, you know, VZ but all-wheel drive, but for the bed instead. And that will shorten the belt path, make it a little stiffer. I have a little idea to do with that, so I want to see how you can push a bed flinger as far as you can push it and see what you can get out of it. But that's another project. But lot of little things that I have. So basically, all I do is take this now and I'm gonna plug it on the positive end. I tend to like the red light. Now this has 2 lights in it. You have a red light indicator or a green light indicator. I'm gonna plug it in the positive end and use the black end as my indicator, the negative as my indicator. I'm gonna switch the power supply on. And then I have a little clip, which now thinking about it, oh, it's over here. There's my little clip. I want to mod the print head VZ tool head for, oh, the enders would be nice if you can put the VZ tool head on the ender. That would be nice. That would be really, really nice. Hey, Remy 3D. R3D Remy. Welcome, man. Welcome to the stream, bud. I want to convert my Sovo SVO1 into a dual Y mode. Please do it. Hey, listen, guys. Let me tell you something. This is my experiment now. Remember I said I wanted to do dual Y. I've seen it before, but it's so rare. And I don't want to give away the secret. But can you imagine if a lot of these companies do dual Y on their bed flingers? How faster it would be? And I know they're trying to save money in selling these cheap printers. But like bed flappers, if you do it the right way, has a lot of potential to print faster than they in the stock form. Like for example, I print 8K at 150 millimeters to 200 millimeters on this thing, and travel speed is of course 20K at 500 millimeters a second and infill. But if you smartly tune this thing, the bed, to just move fast where it needs to move fast, like I've been telling you guys, and then keep it slow where it needs to move slow, this thing will look like it's a beast. Like I said, I print so fast on this sucker, like I'm so impressed that a big bed like that can go back and forth that quick, right? So dual motors make a massive difference on a bed flinger, like massive difference. And I'm surprised a lot of companies don't employ having dual Y setup instead of just having a single Y setup. You know, that's just, you know, out there. Like, viscally and if you clone, yeah. Alright, so let me get on this, because this wiring part is where I gotta like kind of focus a little bit so I don't mess up. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna find one end like this. I honestly need to cut off just a little bit more of this, honestly, like just a little bit more, so I have a little bit more area to work with, just like a little tiny bit more. So I feel like it's not enough. This is the part that goes to the tool head, guys. So if you wonder why it's short, it's the part that goes to the tool head. You don't need a lot of wiring up there for that. All right, there we go. Come right off. So now I have a little bit more length to play with. All right. So basically what I do is, this is JST. I'm using JST connector on both ends, but this is like the thicker JST. I can't remember the model. The black ones, and then this is the white ones for your mother to go on the motherboard, on the board itself. So what I do is I take one like this, take this side, right? And then what I do is strip one of these cable, just a little bit, you don't need a lot. Strip one like this, like that. Then got to keep it on the table, of course, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is just to kind of hold the wire in place until I find it. So it's a little sketchy, but we're okay. And then I take this other end, right, like this. Then I probe this. So whatever lights up, that's the wire. Do you run the dual Y on the same step stick? No, I use dual Y and separate step sticks. I am running sensorless omen on the Y and X, but I use dual Y with separate step sticks. Running them together would make sense. It's not like you would want to control them separately. Now, all right, so the reason why you run them separately is because of the orientation of my motors. So think about it. I have one motor pointing that way, one motor, they're kind of facing each other, right? So you have to, if you run them on the same step sticks, they're not going to run in the same orientation, right? One is going to want to go backwards, the other one is going to go the other way, right? So you kind of want to run them on separate step sticks so you can control the direction of where they go. So that's why you have to use separate step sticks. If you put them on the same motor and they're facing each other, they're going to want to go the opposite direction on each other. That's what I was thinking. You only want independent drivers for Z for Gantt 11, and those cables are not color coded. That's weird. I have the boards. Still need to set up step sticks for the Z motor. Jose, the only one color coded, I'll show you right now. Of course my thing pop up, but I'll show you. This is the only one, okay? So this kind of represents kind of ground. So that's the only one you know exactly is at the bottom. So if you look here, I'll show you. So as you can see, you can find the end of this. So you know this matches with this. But the rest of these are all in black. So the only way to find them is to do this, which is what I'm about to demonstrate. So I come here, pop it in real quick so I can have electricity go into it. Once I pop it in, if it doesn't fall, because I'm trying to demonstrate, so it's not in the best position. So then I take this tool here, this, because it's plugged onto the power supply, and then I probe. So I go like this. I just hit it until I find the one that lights up. So see that? You see that light? See that? So I know that's this one right here. So I grab it, and there we go. That's how I find it. So once I find it now, then I'm like, all right, so I know this matches up with this one, right? So I separate them. And then I just keep repeating the process until I find all of them. So basically, this goes with this. That's how I do it. Now, you might say that's kind of cumbersome, but again, like I said, it's black cables, so that's the only way to really find them because they're twisted in this plastic housing. They're like twisted, so that is the best method to finding them. So now that I separate them like this, I know that this matches with that. So, and then I go ahead and crimp them and do what I have to do. So in this case, I'm going to set this up. I'm going to do the Clicky probe first. So I'm going to go ahead and make this the Clicky probe. I need my cutter. Okay, it's a lot of work to match the ends. You know, like I've done this so much that it doesn't take that long. Once you find the ends, it's pretty easy to just keep going. Initially when I started this, I thought it was hard. Honestly, I was like, man, this is gonna be a pain in the rear to figure it out. But once you start doing it, you get a routine going. It's like that. It's like back to back to back to back. So. Of course, I wasn't the one fully prepared, so I need to look for my little pieces here. Maybe this piece. Yes. Yes, I found it. All right, I need that. That's what I. Hey DeWitt, welcome man. How you doing, buddy? Alright, so let's get the first setup going. So now I'm gonna strip this end. And I color code too. You'll see what I do. I color code it to make sure it's easy to find. So what I would do is I'll pull up. I'm using Octopus board 1.1. I'm thinking Octopus Pro board. The wiring is pretty much the same. And I go to the hardware and go for the pinout, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, they changed the pinout on this too. Yeah. Well, this is the Pro board. I'm just using the regular Octopus board. Octopus 1.1. There you go. Hardware. Pinout. So I download the pinout and I open it, so that way I know where I'm putting the pins at. So in this case, I'm going to look for the Z and then make sure that they so I'm gonna look for the Z and make sure that everything matches before I start wiring up. But like I said, you'll see me guys getting a little rhythm as I do it. Guessing these are all of the pins. Yeah, these are all the pins. So diagonal pin, and they're right here. Right? These are all the end stops, right? Pretty sure they are. Yeah, they're all the end stops. So I just gotta pick one. So ground and signal. Let me change this back so you guys are trying to keep up with some of you guys. Do a shot after every pair is matched. You're funny. You're funny through the experiment. You're funny. Going blind, LOL. Been weeding vinyls all day. Hello everyone. Hey Severin, how you doing? What's going on? I'm doing right now I'm demonstrating what I do in the background when it comes to using the IGUS Contour Effects cable, how to find the wiring with my little setup here. Right now this is just the wiring for the main tool head. Once I've done the wiring, then we can hook up everything. I did a lot of the pre-work in the background, so once I get through this, I'll put back up the printer so you can, so I can go over what I did before. So but this is what I'm working on now, and then once that's done, I'll kind of hook it up and everything. So almost done though. 007 FPV, hello buddy, welcome. Axe Potato, hey. Exactly. Why can't they make them black and white? I hate that they're fully green, like on the pinouts. They could at least color coordinate the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like positive red, you know, ground, black, and anything else in between green. Like, you know, they could have easily make it easy on you, but you know, big tree tech, man. Sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna make this ground since it's already black, and then the other side of red. So. Let me get the bigger pin because I don't want to mess up. And this is very easy to mess up when you... What I'm looking at, if you guys see me look over here, I'm just looking at how I wired up my my printer so I can make sure I'm matching the same pin. So red positive, white negative. Okay. Alright, see, perfect crimping. I love this tool, guys. I mean, I know you guys use the PO something, whatever that tool is, but this stuff give me perfect crimps all the time. So, and with a better camera, you can kind of see that a little bit better. Maybe. There we go. Came in clear for a second there, but this is what I use. I've changed my wires to CAN bus last week. Nice. I'll get there eventually. I promise you guys. I'll get there. I'll get a CAN bus eventually. Eventually, I get there. I'm like one of those holdouts. Did you see Tim at THE Studio get engaged to his girlfriend Christina on the last stream? I haven't seen that. Actually, wasn't there. That's awesome though. Congratulations, man. That's really cool. That's a good way to propose. How do you like CAN bus? Once I have something working, I'm really reluctant to change it. Honestly, you're like me, 3D experiment, because the wiring worked for me. Like for example, ever since I went to this cable, like the iGos cable, I haven't had an issue. Like, not issue at all. And that's why I'm so reluctant in order to get CAN bus, because once I wire them up, it works so well. So it's kind of like defeat the purpose to kind of change out my wiring just to go to CAN bus. Now, if something breaks, then I'll try CAN bus. But at this point, I don't know when that's gonna happen because I haven't had any wiring issues. So that's the problem. That is the issue. Alright. Hey, Squirrel Brain. Hey, Zombie Hedgehog. Hey. Hey, folks. My peoples are here. My CAN bus still working. Waiting on some stuff from Ali to do the proper umbilical. Right now, I'm just using wires. I have a rubber band. True. This will make a nice CAN bus. They do offer, I think, a 4-wire setup, a 4 conductor setup. These are nice thick sheeting. So if you guys can, if you go on the website, they do offer like, you know, 18 gauge. I'm not sure if that's what you would use for a CAN bus setup, but they have 18 gauge 4-core setup like this where you can use. And like I said, these are a little bit more stiffer. They probably hold up a little bit better with CAN bus setup. Make sure I'm doing this right. So this is negative. It should be on this side. So negative on this side. All right. And then on this one, we have to find on my, where's the negative? The ground. Okay, look like I'm gonna have to use a 3-pin for this. You gotta use a 3-pin, not 2-pin. 3-pin for this one. So 3-pin, and the ground is on this side. Or give me the ground is in the center. Yeah, ground is in the center. So there we go. All right, so now to find the second wire. So same process. The reason why it might be taking me a little long is, of course, of course I want to respond with you guys. I want to interact with you guys. But usually I would have been on the second one or the third one already by now. Same thing, just pop it in here real quick. And then take a little tool. We'll do the same thing, probe. There we go. See, look, I found it already. First try, look. So as I said, once you start doing it, it gets faster and faster. So I know that this is the second one. So I gotta just take it right here. And wow, it's all the way in the corner, but it's fine. Just probe it again just to make sure the right one. Yep, it is the right one. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna strip it. You know what, before I do that, I want to actually put a I need slightly bigger. So the sleeving is to indicate that it's positive, right? So I'm not messing up my own hand here. The heat shrink I meant. Gotta keep up with you guys. Whew. How many conductors in a core are you using? 12? So right now, this conductor setup is about 20. No, sorry, my bad. 18. It's 18. You can get up to about 20 of them if you wanted to. And that's just to have spare conductors, just in case, again, future expand, if you want to expand on it, you can do it that way. Yo, this is tight. No, this is not going to work. This is too small. Way too small. I literally don't have a lot of size in this one. Let me try this one. Let's go with brown. I know I was going to use red, but I'm going brown for positive in my head. So let's do that. Let's use the brown. Okay. Then we're going to strip it. All right. $18, I think he said. Yeah, I'm waiting to stuff from AliExpress to be the easy print ed. It was 18 or 20, I think. Yeah, you guys got it right. It was 18. I go sell a CAN bus specific wire. I've got it on hand. I've installed. Awesome. I'm glad you guys. Yeah, I go carry some good stuff, man. That's great. 007 FPV. Gustav, hey, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? Still waiting for the VZ print head design for finalized. I was gonna wait, but I figured I'd try the beta and just report back to Vez. That's why I wanted to do it. I'm gonna just kind of experiment. I don't mind experimenting. So hey Jazzy, do you have your back close? This guy. Hey, listen, I swear I'm gonna have to run a skit. I'm gonna actually put a bat right back here, just like this. Let it sit. just for him. You're a mess, dude. Oh, Shardell, you're funny, dude. You don't need to check continuity. IGOS cable. The wires are labeled with numbers. Are they, Mr. 7? Because I know. Wait, whoa, hold up. They're labeled with numbers. Hold on. You just discovered something I didn't know. Oh, you're right. I see 14. I see 15. Okay. See? When someone has information that I didn't know. But here's the thing. This is awesome. But they're very small. Like, they're very small. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and eye all of this. It's good to know that they're there. Like, this is 13, clearly I can see that. But listen now, here's a problem. Did I cut them short enough to know where the number is on the end? Okay. Nah, man, this is gonna mess with my eyes, bro. Thanks, 7. That's a good call. I didn't know that there was numbers. So guys, they actually are numbered, but it's that's too much for my eyes, to be honest with y'all. It's way too much for my eyes. So I'm gonna just keep on. But I appreciate that 7. That's a good way to do it. So if you want to use like a glass, or if someone want to use like something that magnifies it, that'd be better. But for me, yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with the method here. But that's good to know. That is very good to know. Where's my little... Wow, are you really listening to this guy? You're really gonna pick up the bat and hit me with it? On stream? Thanks, Shardell, for giving my wife bad ideas. Dude, alright. You're starting things in here. Custom harness for K3. No, yeah, custom harness, zombie. That would make sense. Do the numbers match the ones you already did? Good question. Problem is I can't really see exactly the number really well. So this one is say 16. Yes, 16. Yes, the numbers match. Awesome. There a situation where you know that will help. Yeah, using some similar Shardell must have what those. Who's hitting who? No, Jose, if you haven't been in the loop, this guy Shardell's been having lately want my wife to use a bat to hit me in the back of the head, but on stream. So you know, at this point she brought out the bat from out the closet, so I'm a little scared, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm even gonna finish wiring up at this point. I'm gonna be left unconscious in front of the camera at this point, so I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing before. Oh my goodness! Look, I'm even losing my wits. I don't even know where I'm at in the process. Like, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand, man. Look, I should have been on like 3 connectors by now, but I'm scared. It's content. Am I right? Okay, you were not even helping now, 3D Experiment. You were supporting this? What? Dang. I got no support. Ignore it. It will go away. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Let me see. So this side is the send spin. So pop that in right there. I think it was more about keeping you in line. Well, well, Nick, I'm in line, but apparently I need to be straightened up even further. So, I don't know how straight I need to get. If my wife's dream, if my wife dreamed I did something bad, I get hit on the real side. Y'all killing me. I won't even focus. Oh my goodness. That's rough. Was it you? I mentioned yellow glasses with your wife. Yeah, Axe Potato, yeah, it is PVC jacket. It works really well, surprisingly, in the chamber. Like, I thought initially it wouldn't work, but it holds up very well in the heated chamber. So far, I can tell you I have no issues using this cable. It's solid. Like, again, especially if your wiring skills and crimping skills is great, no problems. Like, it works really, really well. So into why I'm gonna keep using it. I mean, eventually I would like to try the CAN bus stuff, but like, you know, I'm not the best with the software side of things, but I'm willing to learn. So we got one down. So let's keep going. Get another one here. So this time we're gonna work on doing the let's work on the actual let's work on the heater and thermal temperature sensor wires. So let's work on that. Ooh, found that fast. Look at that, guys. See? Instead of struggling and looking at the number, I found out really quick. Which one lit up? One of these lit up. Something lit up over here. I guess I accidentally touched it, but I still can't find which one lit up. Okay, it's this one. Okay, found it. I think I did heaters on the outside, temperature sensor on the inside, so we're going to keep the heaters black and blue for the temperature sensor, so I know which one I'm working with here. So we're going to make the first one black. That means I need for heaters. ferrules. I need ferrules. Yes, okay. I'm just gonna cut these off so that way I'm not keep cutting in. So I know I have all of what I need in front of me. Just to speed up the time a little bit. I'm so excited, guys. Like, I'm almost done. Like, once this wiring is done, I'm done. Like, it's basically just hooking up the board, hooking up everything to the board and powering it on and then config stuff. So the next stream off of this is basically getting it moving. Basically, so I'm pretty much there. Okay. Push this, what I say, outside is the K power. Alright, that's on. Take this one. And we're gonna strip it further. Put a ferrule on it. There we go. Got a ferrule on the end. Alright. This is for my heater. So I'm working on the heater portion right now. If you guys are curious. So, let's find the next one in line. And like I said, I'll keep doing this and then, you know, eventually I get done. Like I said, once I'm in a rhythm, it goes pretty quickly. There we go. Found it already. I think it's over here. Keeping up with you guys. That's great. Ensemble Ajax. So Rook in the future? Yes. Yes. There is a schedule for Rook 180. I'm trying to build a Rook 180. I like the look of it. I think Rolohan did fantastic with that. So I want to build one. That is coming. Yeah, the Rook stream is already scheduled. Yep. He needs to free up some linear rods for the Rook. That's correct. Yeah. The ones, I'm going to free it up in the back here from this printer. So a Rook is coming. Yes, so another project first. Yeah, I'm trying to do it in like, you know, in a more linear fashion so that way, you know, free up other resources so I can make it possible. But, yep, a Rook stream is definitely coming. I'm excited for that. Yeah, V1.8. I signed up for notification, not that I ever does. Yeah, notification never works. Hey, Senzi, welcome, buddy. Hey, Happy Naki, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I have a TikTok stream, Bill coming too. I haven't even scheduled a TikTok. Did I schedule my TikTok stream? Nope. So after the Rook, there may be a TikTok stream build. I have a couple of stuff. I have a Mercury stream build I want to do. Mercury G1 stream. There's a whole bunch of projects like, and most of these stuff I'm giving away. So keep in mind that some of these printers I won't keep because I'm just gonna give them away to the community, even if it comes out of my pocket. But that's why I'm kind of happy you guys signed up to the Patreon. It does help because then I can ship it to somebody, you know. I'm gonna probably stick it to the USA and Canada for now. I don't know about the European side. I gotta see how much that costs to ship, something like that. That's where the thing's gonna come in. So closer to that type of stream, I'll figure out the shipping, how we can get that resolved, and make sure that what I'm shipping to you don't break. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I want happen. So like I said, that's gonna be a planned stream, so that way who I'm shipping it to, it don't get damaged during shipping. So yeah. All right. Next side here. Let's grab this. Hey, Mahif. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. If I didn't shout you out, the Rook might take the crown for the cheapest printer with the highest XL. I'm curious to see what I can get out of it. Knowing me, I like to print fast anyways, or at least try to push the printer as best as I can. So I'm very curious to see what I can get out of it. Man, look at these crimp, guys. See if we can focus. Look at this crimp job. Come on, focus. Focus thing. It doesn't want to focus, guys. But the crimp is pretty good. You just want to get on the sleeve a little bit. Just on the sleeve. See that? Maybe put it under. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right. So now we gotta do the other end. Shipping to Europe must be super expensive. I don't do it, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna probably ship there, man. That's because of the pricing. It's coming out of my pocket, you know. So, and it's just out of kindness on my heart, you know, just to give back to the community the best way I know how. So, you know, and it will definitely help grow the channel. But yeah, I definitely gotta not make promise I can't keep. So I'm gonna have to, yeah, you know, keep it to the Canada US kind of thing. Almost used the wrong item there. See that? I almost used the wrong thing. All right. So that's done. Where's the Patreon? Yeah, I'll put a link in. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, and when you, I'm gonna give you guys a shout out in my videos now for the Patreon stuff, because like I said, if it wasn't for the Patreon guys, the guys who initially signed up, I wouldn't have these nice cameras. So I really, really do appreciate them. Like, I didn't even expect anyone to sign up, but I really do. Like, at the bottom of my heart, like it's very humbling to see that people do care, you know. So that that was really nice of them to sign up. Yes, I'm using, I'll show it to you. I actually have the printer right down here. I decided to use the Octopus, the SKR Octopus 1.1, just because I'm so familiar with it, and you know, I've used it so well. It's really a nice board, so I decided to go with that. I still have the Spider board. I may actually do a giveaway on that, honestly, because I don't want it. I don't want the Spider board. Maybe one of you guys will have better luck on a giveaway with it, but I don't want the spider board. I just decided not to use it. I was already disappointed the first time, so I'm like, I ain't gonna use it. Who? If I sub to your Patreon, will you send me the TikTok printer? Well, I know where you live, man, so I don't know. We'd have to work on something. Maybe send it in parts by parts. I'll probably have to break it down and send it to you. I mean, you're the designer, you know what I'm saying? Good one, though. It probably, honestly and realistically, that would be probably the cheapest printer to ship because it's so small. You can literally box that thing up nice and neat and ship it. So that would be like the cheapest possible printer to ship Europe side. Yeah, yeah. So that was funny. Oh, that's nice. Just got the Maker Base MK S Monster 8. It has a back EMF protection, replaceable monster. Oh, that's really cool. I need to look into that. That sounds like a monster board. We got you, buddy. This community really love to raise its own. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Every single one of you guys. Trust me, the love runs deep for you guys. So, and you know, again, you guys have made me feel really comfortable on stream. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated. Trust me. Let me see. I need to grab another one, right? Yeah. So let's try to use one of these ones closer by me. All right. Let's go for the next untier, see which one we can find, if we can find it quickly. Of course, it's the closest one to the end. Tell my kid to be quiet. That's my youngest, by the way. My youngest little one. He's in La La Land right now. He can if he wants to come to the camera and say hi. It's my youngest little one. He's happy-go-lucky at the moment. Let's get some blue. See if I have any blue. Wow, all the blue ones I have are pretty big. I'm hoping it is actually works. Pretty thick, so hopefully they can shrink. No, you see, it's too big. That's a problem. I have a small blue. Really? I'm gonna have to just hope it shrinks small enough so that way it goes around it, because I don't have a smaller blue heat shrink. Rook is self-boxed. LOL. I mean, basically, yeah. Oh my goodness. Without all the printed parts, Rook would be fairly cheap to ship. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have to figure out how to ship it, because like I said, most of the Rook, the switch wire, all those printers I don't need. I'm gonna give them away, so I'm gonna have to figure out to ship it. But we'll figure something out, guys. We'll definitely figure out something. You wanna say hi? Just come over here. So this is my youngest, guys. So if you guys want to say hi to him, let you guys say hi to him. So this is my youngest little one. If you hear in the background saying noise, that's him. My youngest one, he is 5 years old. Say hi to him. Say hi to you too. All right, I'll see you. He's like curious. All right, let's go back to here. All right, let's family friendly stream. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. I'm hoping Roll-On eventually does parts, kits for Rooks. I'm hoping for someone to sell a Rook kit. I'll build a couple at least self-sourcing on Amazon. Not funny, yeah. Jaguar Cubs. Appreciate you guys. I'm pretty sure the little guy would be happy right now. I'll tell him you guys said hi. Just gonna make sure this is the correct one. I don't want to forget. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Mihi. I appreciate you guys. He's definitely a handsome fella. Definitely didn't get it from me though. His mom. It's all his mom right there. That ain't me. Rook kit. That sounds good. Seeing that it's pretty easy to build, looking at it, I wouldn't see why not you wouldn't do a Rook kit. Rook kit would definitely be pretty cool. Let me see if this heat shrink would actually go all the way down on it. It seemed like it worked. Still a little fat on the side there, but okay. So what I love to do, I love to like use like 4-pin JST because you can stuff two different I don't want to say features. What's the right word to use? There's a word to use. I'm having a brain freeze. But you know, you can like basically right now this is the hot end. So I put the hot end wires on the outside and the temperature sensor on the inside. So basically use as less connector as possible. So I try to stuff as much features. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I'm saying. Into one connector. Oh, there's a Rook kit coming. That's pretty cool. For real? I love it, man. I love the support around the community, man. Like it's so nice to see. That's freaking phenomenal. Fabrico, they just added their vendor channel to Discord. Oh, that's freaking funny. And Fabrico is awesome, by the way, guys. Fabrico is awesome. Shoot, if I could get a sponsor by them, I'll do it. Hector is phenomenal. Really, really awesome, guys. So, yeah. I'll buy my stuff back from them anytime. Anytime. Let's see. Let's take this out. Put this here. And then this is a 2-pin. So this is 2-pin temperature sensor. So I need a 2-pin. Oh, I have one here already. Wasn't paying attention. I got a 2-pin here already. Alright, so where are we? 2 pin. See, now you can see I'm moving now fast because I'm in a rhythm. Like I said, once I start doing it, I get in a little rhythm and then I can move a little quicker. Ooh. Add a little bit of a extra wire on that one, so it's okay. A little bit of extra wire. Yes, multiple potential vendors. Time for me to head home. Catch you later. All right, D-Wit. I appreciate you coming around, buddy. As usual. Take it easy. I'm freaking stoked. Yeah, Fabrica is awesome. Awesome, awesome vendors. Awesome. That's a nice way to support the community. Very, very, very nice way. All right. Got one more to go for the sensor wire here. And then what I would do is, so I know what the wires are, once I finish the other sensor wire, I use a zip tie to pair this. So basically I'm just pairing this together. So I know these two with the ferrules. Oh, let me try to get it. So I know these two with the ferrules at the end are the hotend wire, and this is for the hotend sensor. So I try to pair them together, so, you know, again, just to kind of keep it together so it's not mixed up with the other things. So, and the E-Trink is just for color coding, so I know in my head what is what, you know. Where is that? I'll cut right there. So we got one, we need another one, so I'm gonna cut 2. So we need to find another wire that's close in proximity. This is the closest here. Yeah, this is close in proximity. All right, now we got to go for a hunt. Oh, okay. Well. Okay, oh, I think I found it. There we go. That's it. See how fast I move there, guys? So I found it, crimp it, heat shrink it. Those kind of rhyme together. Whip it in. Like I said, once you find a rhythm with this, and you kind of used to doing this stuff, it becomes much quicker. All right, so we kind of got 2 things completed. So right now we have our Clicky probe, or in this case, quick draw probe pin. And then now we just completed our hotend and terminal sensor pin setup. So the next thing we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this portion, and then we're gonna look at what else to run. I know we gotta run the motor cable and then the fans, and then I'm done. So a couple more to do, and then I'm pretty much done with the wiring setup. I'm kind of impressed that I'm actually doing this on stream, you know, because I'm usually like nervous when it comes to wiring things up like this. But actually doing pretty well. I got an email from Bondtech. They work with Mirage C on the new BMG extruder gear to reduce the run out. Oh, that's nice. I heard. I knew in this video he was mentioning that the Mirage C, that he was actually working with them doing that. So that's awesome. I would love to see that come through. I finished building the frame for my K3 Hoppy Man. Hey, there we go. Now I'm waiting for approval from my financial controller to purchase some more parts. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Almost done with my K3 though. I'm 90% there. That's the wiring aspect I'm on now. And next week, well, not next week, the week after, we'll be getting up and running. Next week is a V2 stream of me installing tap. So that should be a nice little fun stream. Kind of happy I schedule everything, you know, because it makes it just easy. I don't have to really think about what I'm doing next week. So I'll make sure I put out the schedule. And of course things can change, but for the most part that should be the schedule. This is for, yeah, since I'm just kind of keeping track of myself here. It's a little long. Snip off some of this. It's a little too long. Got a little too much of the sleeving there. Hopefully it doesn't come off, but push a little too much of the sleeving. It should work though, but got a little too much of the sleeving in there, but that's all right. Come on, pop in there. There we go. All right, so these and this go together. So now that we have the hotend assembly basically sleeved up, I use some zip ties just so I know that these go together. I'm gonna put another one here just so I have reach, because you know they're in two separate places. So put maybe another one right there. That way I'm not constraining the wire too much. There we go. And then I can cut this. There we go, guys. So that's how I do it. Now, of course, I'll be faster if I wasn't on live. You know, I'll pretty much get done with this quicker. But I just wanted to demonstrate how I do it. So. Oh, I'm negotiating over debt. Off to bed. Good luck with the wiring. All right, Torbrain. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. I know it's pretty much late over there in the UK, you know, in the morning there, so, but I really do appreciate you dropping in. Alright, so let's... It's not about approval. Think of it as convincing a financial controller with all the things on Thingiverse the controller would love. Luckily, my financial controller is a little easy going. Yeah. Alright, let's start on the other one. So the next thing we're going to work on is, let me see. I will let you guys see the printers, I promise, guys. Let's work on... the motor wires. The motor wire is pretty easy. It's color coded. I think that will be the next fastest wiring to do. It's just 4 wires, so let's work on that one. See ya. All right, Jose, take care, buddy. Thanks for coming through. All right, it's not in there. There we go. Yeah, wiring is I find it fun and therapeutic for me. Alright, so we're gonna make this one black. So we're gonna leave it as it is. Oh, we have time. Okay, cool. I'll be done before then. Okay, we'll do our time. All right. See how this is wired. You know, black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. So we have. I'm looking at it this way. Black. So black on this side, then green, then red, then blue. So we got black there. And we need 4-pin for this. And another thing that makes this easy is to have the right tools for the job. When you have the right tools, it just makes life so much easier. I'm just picking up the tempo, guys. If you see me moving a little quicker, just picking up the pace a little. All right, and I'm guessing I gotta work with one of the wires here. So black on this side. So if I'm looking at it, black goes here. All right. Right, so next wire. Hey Kenneth, hey, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. He's wiring so he could got. Yeah, so yes, it's the missus typing. A lot of the posts you see, she kind of help out in the background, which I do appreciate because I couldn't do all the links and stuff. So it really does help to be a little team, have her posting that stuff while I focus on this. So it really does help. All right, so next wire. There we go. See, I told you guys, as you start doing this, you start finding them very quickly. But like I said, thanks to Seven, who pointed out that it's actually numbered, which I didn't know. Even though I did recognize the markings on there, I just didn't realize they're numbers. So that is good to definitely know in the future. That you can actually, that it's actually numbered. Really good information. Okay. All right, this is a little on the confusing side, so I'm trying to make sure it's closer to the pin. It's all over the place a bit. There we go. Making sure it's the same one. Yep, it is. Right. This one would be green. Don't have any small green ones, so I'm gonna have to use a bigger one. Blue. It'll work just the same, but I want a slightly smaller one. All right. Now, you know what I'm thinking of while I'm sitting here doing this, guys? Now, with the CAN bus setup, right? Now, and this is just a question thrown out to everyone, you know, if you want to answer. Now that I'm doing this, right? And if you guys see the time, now, keep in mind, I can do this faster. But, you know, again, you also have to pay attention to make sure you're not mixing up the cables. Now, do you think now that I'm, all right, so for example, when I finish wiring this up, right? Keep in mind, all I got to do is really worry about like the printer.cfg and all of the little macros that goes with this type of printer, right? I wouldn't have to worry about flashing multiple boards or anything like that. Now, do you think the time that I'm using crimping these cable and making this harness, do you think it's equivalent to when you're flashing the CAN bus? Like, what I'm saying is, other than the wiring the CAN bus part, which is kind of small, you're not using a lot of wires. But outside of that, do you think it's equivalent to configuring the CAN bus, or is the CAN bus still easy to configure these days? That's what I'm trying to think about. Is the time I'm spending doing this while, you know, because there's a trade-off. I'm doing this not to mess with the software side too much versus less wire messing with the software side. I'm just looking if there's an equivalent. What do you guys think? Curious. Hey folks, quick help for PTG newbie. For how long and which temp do you use? I use, it's not the best method, but I use those what do we call those little bag things that dry? Decandescent? I can't even think of the name. You know what I'm talking about, the little dry pack things. Desiccant? Yeah, desiccant packs. I use a ton of desiccant packs to dry my filament. It's not the most efficient thing since I live in Florida, but as far as temperature or print, my PTG is about 250-ish with 80 degrees on the bed. So that's what I do with my PTG. PTG is very stringy and runny by nature, but if you can dial it in, you'll be all right. It's not as bad. I'd follow the Polymaker direction, drying setting 65C, 6 hours only for materials, right? Hey Nickar, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Mine is super moist, just bought. Just bought a dryer. Okay. CAN bus took me 3 to 4 hours to fully configure. Kept running into some errors, but eventually everything got working. That's not bad. That's actually a pretty good time. Okay. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. I was just curious, you know, the timing on there. I'm looking for a lighter. Come on. Dollar Tree, don't let me down. There we go. Alright, so we said it was black next, right? No, green. Yeah, green. Plugging it this way, yeah, it's green. It's green. It's green. Alright. I need to bring you guys up just a little up so you guys can see me. Hold on, let me pivot this a little bit. There we go. That should be a little better. Huh? 3 or 4 hours, LOL. 3 or 4 hours sounds about right for the first time. Okay. Canvas software setup is convoluted. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I'm just curious how long it would take. Because I'm used to, like, once this is over for me, like the wiring part and I connect everything, it's all about just installing Clipper, flashing the board, make sure it connects, and then configuration at that point. Just messing with configuration. So I was just curious what additional step other than maybe wiring up the CAN bus, like other than flashing, like what additional step you would need, because I'm guessing it's treated as an MCU, additional MCU. So I'm assuming, you know, some setup got to go there. But okay, 3 to 4 hours, pretty good time. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's why I want to do it. That's why I said the next time I do this stuff, I'm probably going to try CAN board just because I want the experience of trying CAN board for myself, so I know what I'm talking about and I don't feel like I'm left out. So that's the next thing I want to get myself involved with. Alright, what's the best efficient way to route this wire? It's all the way over here. Where is it? It's right here. Where did I put that wire? It's all the way on the other side. Okay, so let's move this through here. Try to get the wire closer so it's not too far away. And then after black, it's green. Go. All right. Next color. Red. Red is our next one. So let's grab this one. Need a spare. All right. Yeah, there we go. Let's grab that one. There we go. And let's go for the hunt. Now I know you have never seen anyone do this on live stream, so I can say I'm the first to do something like this. Hey. something different, you know. All right, so this is gonna be. We said red. Yes, red. It's gonna be red. You know what? I use brown, guys. You know what? I'm gonna stick with a brown theme. I know. I'm gonna go brown just because earlier I used brown and the brown represented, in this case, what the brown represented, the signal wire. You know what? No, I'm gonna stick with a red. Never mind. I don't want to throw myself off. So let's not do that. Let's stick with a red. Let's stick with a red. Because if I do it the other way, I might be like, okay, what wire this is? I'm, you know, throw myself off. So let's stick with the red wire here, the red sleeving. If you're doing the BTTEV and UTC, I use a teaching text guide and would recommend it for anyone setting up that specifically. Okay, Mahi, thanks for the advice there. With experience, it should be quick. I have EEV direct to Octopus without UTC, and it took me almost 2 hours. The first time with errors, a little faster the second time. Okay, good to know. I want to definitely get a canvas. You know what? Actually, as soon as I get money, I'm just gonna buy just to play around with it. I might throw it on Blue Boy as an experiment just to see how things are. Me get in the canvas world myself. We're almost done, guys. I just have the fan next to do after the motor cable, and then we're done. And then we can plug it up. I think there will be some wires left. Let me see. The fan wires require 4 extra wires, so there will be in total of 5 spare. So 5 spare conductor left. So if I wanted to run a BL touch, I can run a BL touch. If I wanted to add light, I could add light. Not that I would do that. If I wanted to add any more thing else, I have these 5 spare conductors left that I'm just gonna fold up and put away until I actually need to use it. So that's another benefit there that I have the extra wire for. So I was thinking ahead before Ken. That's why I like that's why I was like thinking ahead with the IGOS cable chain and the conductors, the amount of conductors I needed. Okay. So red. Oh, it didn't even go in. Whoa. There we go. Red next to it. In. All right, I've got one more wire to run, and then we'll be done with the motor wire. As you can see, I'm in the rhythm. I'm in the groove, guys. I'm moving. Didn't catch a sleeve that time, but it's okay. I'm not really too worried about it because I'm going to be using an heat shrink to cover that up just a little bit. this is going to be closed, so we need to move it over this side a little bit so it's closer to the plugs. Yeah, see? Sometimes you catch the wire and it doesn't. Okay, there we go. So we just need one more, and that's blue, and then we're done with the motor. Yeah, blue at the end. All right. Making progress. Let's grab this one since it's closer. The CAN bus MCU overload fast when running shape calibration with the integrated accelerometer and shutdown clipper. Really? That's interesting. Really? I need to run independent axes. Work great. Actually, you remind me of something, Seven. So, I bought more of this. Like I told you guys, I was really serious. Just remind me of something. Take a little break for a second. So, got one more. I'm gonna do a actually updated version, a tutorial of this. I think it's needed. Just because now that I know you can run, like I said, the last time I did this on the Blue Boy, we actually installed Ambient Linux on the actual eMMC, the actual storage of it without the SD card in place. So I'm gonna do a video on this, like a full-on tutorial. So I would say T95 Mini Part 2 installation, and then go over that feature, because I think a lot of people don't realize that you can actually do this with a T95 Mini. So if I show that, that's also another video of information to provide for you guys. So I think a lot of people will find this beneficial. So I'm replacing all my Raspberry Pi with this. I think I have like 2 more to replace, just because, like I said, this is super convenient to use. Like, you know, I don't use a lot of the GPIO pin stuff. Like I don't really do that for my printers. And if I'm running input shaper, I use a Raspberry Pi Pico. I have like one that I use on all my printers. So in that case, that eliminates the need for the GPIO pins for me, because I don't use them. So this is the way, like at least an alternative for $29. You just really can't beat this for what you can get away with it. So I would love to see this get popular, but who knows? So I just wanted to show that out there. So I'm gonna do a little tutorial on that one. Yeah, so I need a little break. Need that little break here, so. What CAN bus speed are you using, Mr. Subin? Alright, let's find the other one now. Right away I found it. That was first try. And of course, the less and less wires are there, you know, you're most likely going to get it on the first try. So, no surprise there. And this is blue, right? Yes, blue. This is blue. Ran out of blue. Okay. Let me make sure I grab the right one, just so I'm not crimping something else. Okay, it is. Okay. Andrew Humphrey, hey buddy, welcome. Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah, I realize. I've seen you around the other stream, so I really appreciate you coming through, man. First stream, yeah. There's a lot more stream to come, so I appreciate you coming through. I'm doing a custom wiring for my K3. So this is the way I do it, and I figured I'll share it on stream here, how I do it. I know CAN bus is the new way to avoid stuff like this, but I don't mind, you know, being a little old school and wiring up stuff. Alright. So this is my motor cable wire done. This is for the stepper motor. So we got a stepper motor, heater, rapido heater and sensor, and come to me, quick draw probe wire setup. So this is 3 down. So now the last thing now is to do my fan. My fan setup is a little tricky. So my hotend fan on the rapido is 24 volts, but the cooling fans are conjoined together, and those are 12 volts, and I'm gonna plan to overvolt it a bit just to push a little bit more air. Now my plan is to only run the setup with the stock setup tool head temporarily, because I know they have the Frostbite now, which is a massive industrial Delta 4010, like a massive thick Delta fan that push a ton of air. So I'm planning to go that route after, you know, again, experimenting with the stock setup and give my opinion on it, and then I'll modify it and go with a Frostbite cooling duct setup and then report back on that. So this is just temporary right now. Nick, I'm using an RPI 02 and CPU 2% max. Nice. I appreciate you, man. I'm so happy that people actually use my Clipper how-to videos, because sometimes I put them out and I don't get a ton of feedback, but it's nice to realize that people actually use my videos and it helps. So, every now and then I'll get people saying, hey, thanks for the video. It really does help, and it really makes me feel good to contribute there. So that's awesome. I appreciate that. That's good to hear. Hey, Steve. Hey. How you doing? So happy to see you, Steve, coming through. I appreciate you, man. Makes me feel good when I see you on the little stream here. So that was, what did I just run? That the blue? Okay, so that's the blue. I'm just running a custom wiring. Oh, Steve, by the way, you remember when I was telling you about the actual IGUS cable? This is what I'm talking about. Now, of course, you wouldn't want this much conductors on it for what you're doing for the IDEX setup. You would just want four conductors, and I will actually make them a little bigger. Like, these are like, I think, 20 gauge. So you probably want a little less to fill up that. But these are the type of cable I was mentioning, if you're curious. Oh, Charlie's laying across my chest right now, always requiring that when I first get home. Aw, Charlie. He loves his papa. Alright, so let me get to this side here. How you got a big wig here now? Wow, now. Now that Steve Bill is here. Steve has been watching my stream for a little bit now. He's been coming through and stopping by and saying hi. So, and I really do appreciate him doing that. So, actually, I wasn't the first to build a Trident, but I was the first to build a custom Trident when it got released. My Trident is not your typical like kit Trident. I literally tore down an X5 SA and extended out the frame, so it's massive. So if you look behind me, it's huge. It's like one of the biggest Trident around. It's pretty massive. So I made a custom Trident when it first initially released and documented that. I think I paid a little bit over $900 for that setup. So I am proud of myself of, you know, being ahead of the game a little bit. I need to cut more of those pins. Yeah, I remember that. It was very early. Yep, I was one of the early ones. So, and great job, Steve. If I never get to say it in the comment, great job on the Trident. It's a great printer. I actually like it, not because you're here, not because you're here, but I actually like it over my 2.4. I'm printing on my VZ Trident more than I do my 2.4, so that's probably why you guys don't really see it. Just heats up faster, prints great, no issues with it other than me messing around with it. But you know, I do like my Trident. Cut some more pins here just so I don't have to keep cutting. All right. Awesome. Same here. Mine was a non-stock tall boy named mine Black October. Oh, nice. I like that name, Black October. Yeah, with a single door. Sweet. Oh, now that you brought that up, 350Z. Mine is 310 on the Z. Not too bad, but 350Z is nice. You remind me of something. Kind of lost your hands out, but you remind me. You just I was about to mention. Oh, I don't use doors on my printer. I use glass. Like all my printers are enclosed in glass, 3mm thick glass. I find that glass add a little bit of weight to the printer, so in turn add a little bit of rigidity, and it does help with the input shaper results. It also does retain the heat. Now I can't say it's better than like acrylic. But it seemed to retain the heat a little bit better, based on my experience. So all my printer rock glass enclosure. Where's my little ladder? Oh, last one to do, guys. I'm almost at the end of this. Almost there. I just gotta run the fan cable and I'm done. It's almost done. Thank you guys for bearing and watching it all, because yeah, it's no fun watching me crimp cables and make custom cables and whatnot. At this point, you guys probably are saying you should just went CAN bus. Eventually I will. So yeah, so we got all that down, so all that's left is the fan. So let's do that real quick and we're done, and I can bring the printer back on top of here and carry you guys through that. I'll tell you one thing though. The Trident don't need a bed fan, but the 2.4 do need the bed fan. That Ellis bed fan mod, the Trident has a small area that it has to heat up, and I have a massive bed. It's like it's not 350, but it's 330 by 330, same size as the Strong C build plate, and the Trident heats up pretty quickly just because it has a small volume where the bed just rests at the top. Small volume to heat up, it gets pretty hot. Talking about 60, it hits about 60, 62-ish on peak. The 2.4, man, before I put the bed fan mod, it was a mess to heat up, dude. It takes a whole good hour, and even after an hour, it's like 45 at the max. And I'm like, that's why I didn't like printing with it. But ever since I employed the Ellis bed fan mod and I'm running 4 fans, what a difference it makes. Like, in 30 minutes, that sucker gets really, really warm. Like, hitting 60 degrees too. So, it's worthy to run that bed fan mod on that 2.4. Else you're just not going to have a nice day with it heating up. You put... Yes. So, good question, Seven. So, here's the glass. So, let me demonstrate. Let me give you guys a main view. That will allow me to take a little break. So, this is the glass. I'm using Annex K3 clips. So, these clips. And they have, I have like 3mm foam. So, thick foam on it just to kind of compress the glass against the door. There's also some soft foam around the extrusion, so basically it has a nice little seal to prevent the out here from escaping. So when I want to change it out, as an example, like I just pop it off. Here's the glass. Just pop it off, and it's not sharp, so don't worry. The edges are not sharp. I learned my lesson. The edges are sanded down, so I can run my hand against it. It's not sharp. I sanded it down. So I do rest it on the floor. Take out what I got to take out of it. You know, if I'm printing something, take it off the build plate. So when I'm printing, but when I'm done, I immediately put it back. I don't want to keep the glass on the floor, so I immediately just kind of rest it back in the groove. And I just take one of these, clip it on there, and that's it. I just clip it on, it sits in place. So pretty simple, but you know, because it's kind of hard to do a glass door unless it's custom built, but you know, but it works for the purpose of what I'm trying to get to do, you know. Does Annex have a custom canvas two-head board? I don't know. I think in Discord when I looked, I want to say I've seen some kind of canvas setup. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really paying attention to it. But I'm pretty sure they have something of that sort. How do you plan to add glass to the K? Oh no, I'm not adding glass to the K3, Gustavo. I have the full kit. Well, not full kit, but I have like the door kit right here. It's plexi. Now, clearly, if I do this in glass, I would have to cut it out with a laser or something like that. But I wouldn't do this in glass just because this is kind of nice and I don't want to mess with it. So I'm probably going to leave it alone. I won't do this in glass. And this is thick. Like, it's thicker than your typical. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. But that's like, if I measure it and guess, you're probably like looking at 6mm thick acrylic. So it's not flimsy. It's very thick. So I'm not going to use glass. You probably could get away with glass on the top because it's just a square cut at the top part of it, but I'm probably just going to leave it alone in this case. Alright. Okay, this one is taking longer to find. Hopefully, there we go. Found it. Of course, it's all the way over here, but it's all good. All right, let's see how this fan is ran. negative, positive. Okay, so negative and positive. So this is black and the other side is going to stay red. So hey Omar, welcome to the stream, buddy. They have a regular 2-head board, but not sure about the canvas version. Okay. I did sleeve the motor cable, so in a second, once I'm done with this portion, I'll put the printer back on so you guys can see what I've done. I did some pre-wiring just to save myself the headache, so I did sleeve the cable in a olive army greenish. It doesn't really take away from the theme, but you will see it. It's not bad looking. Negative on this side. All right. And now I got to look at the pinouts to make sure that I have the pin matching correctly here. So I'm going to take you guys to my desktop. And I'm guessing this is a fan, so positive and negative. I'm gonna run 2 different pinouts for this. So this is for my 12-volt fan. So so negative should be on that inner side. Two pin. So that's not good. Okay. Okay, so alright, I know what to do. So negative on the out, positive on the inner side. Just making sure I'm following the pin out, so I'm doing this right. Now, with the tricky thing about this, guys, if you don't have a layout of how you're running the pins, this is how you will mess up. So that's why I always have the pin up guide of the board, so I know when I'm running this that I'm, when I plug it in, it's not gonna fry the board or nothing. So that's where it's critical. I have to keep all that up in the back of my mind while I'm doing this, just so I don't damage anything. So the negative on the outer side, like so. So do that like that, and then the positive goes over here. So I know exactly how it's set up. So I'm gonna have to do the other side now. Almost done. Got 2 more wires to run and we're completed. And thanks for sticking with me, guys, and watching me doing this. I appreciate you. I thought it, I know this is the boring part of any stream. This is positive, so I got to make sure to put a red heat shrink on here. So then I need more of that size. So as you guys can notice what you notice, guys. I haven't messed up on my crimping so far. I did really good. I haven't missed a beat on the crimping. Okay? So that's what makes you efficient. So like I said, crimping for me is pretty easy. Like it's such a practice now that I'm on the beat with it. But if you're not good at crimping, this is not going to be fun because you're going to be messing up all the time. So far I haven't messed up any of my crimps. So knock on wood, literally. I don't want to talk and mess up on stream already, but save myself that headache. But all right. Hey, Seven, take it easy, buddy. We'll see you. Appreciate you coming around. Have a good one, bud. We know crimping ain't easy, XZ. I appreciate that, Andrew. You're right, man. I appreciate that. At least I'm doing it a little different. This is a little interesting using this to find the cable, so kind of adds a little entertainment value to it. Alright, we got 2 more to do, and this is for the 24 volt hot end fan, and then we're done. So this is 12 volts, so now we need to find 2 that are close by. Alright, let me actually finish this up real quick so we're not messing up. Oh, yeah, Nick, I agree with you. Yo, listen, I like JSTs. That's why I'm using JST for this whole thing, because I'm quick with it. But, man, microfits, I can crimp with microfits with the same crimper I'm using, the same model. Like, this works really well. If you guys want to see what I'm using, it works. But my problem with microfits, let me show you. So I can use... Go on my little 3D printed SD card holder here. I need to do something better, but let me pop this out. So basically, I can take this here. This it's basically phone ejector, SIM ejector. So this is what you use. I can use this and pop these out. Super easy, right? Pop these out super easy. Pop these out super easy. JST. When it comes to microfit, apparently you need the correct tools, and even with the correct tool, it's a mess to take them back out. With this, I can just pop it out real easy, fix what I gotta fix, and put it back in. So for me, microfits they're more secure, but they're just not fun for me to use. Like, I find a more harder time using them. So I just wanted to show you that I like JST. I'll stick with the JST stuff because it's just easier to deal with. K3 uses Raspberry Pi. Yes, I was gonna use the T95 Mini on the K3, but I was lazy, to be honest with you. I'm just lazy and not want to use it. I'm just gonna use it for something else. So right now I actually have a Raspberry Pi 2 GB on the K3. I could use the T95 Mini, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna use the regular mounts because you know it's available. I've got 20+ year experience crimping RJ45s. I'm getting there with JSTs. Oh, sweet, dude. Honestly, at first, with these, I'm going to be honest with you, I sucked. Like, I bought the whole crimping kit this game, and dude, when I say I destroyed a couple crimps, like, literally didn't know how to use this thing, and just, like, every crimp I crimp, just break the cable, or... It was getting frustrating, don't get me wrong. So I just took a batch out, like cut a bunch of cable and took a batch out and slowly start understanding the mechanics of this. Because this is like the clicking one, you know, like it clicks. So I slowly started understanding the mechanics of it. And then once I started doing 1 or 2 and got it right, then I was like, figured it out. And from that point on, I keep using it, and it's like automatic now to me. So it takes patience, a little bit of patience there, but you know, you get good after a while. It's not boring. I watch and learn. Awesome, happy. Yeah, you know, that's the purpose of the stream for sure. You find that people do things a little differently, and that really makes the stream unique. You know, you get a different view. Let's see, did I put one on here? Appreciate it. Yeah, I learned pretty quickly. Like most guys here, like the 3D printing stuff, I catch on pretty quickly. I pretty much teach myself pretty much everything you see me doing right now. I don't really watch videos or anything. I just kind of have that concept that you know, when you have a knack for certain things, this is my knack. Like when it comes to electronics, you know, putting things together, that's my knack. It's hard to really explain, but you know, some people naturally have a talent for certain things. This is my arena. If you ask me anything outside of this arena type of thing, I probably wouldn't be able to answer you well. But when it comes to electronics, gadgets, little wiring here, little mechanical things here and there, I pretty much have a general idea of what is going on, you know? And if you show me something once or twice, I catch on like that. Like I can just watch you do something, and then because my interest is there, once I see what you do, it's like recorded. It's like I can just do it again, you know? So I just really have a really good mind when it comes to stuff like this. And I'm persistent. I'm very persistent too. So I'll figure it out eventually. When learning, it helps to do the pull test. Make sure that the crimps is holding up. Yep, they do. Yep, they do. Alright, so let's get, so this is for this side. Alright, so this is for the 12-volt fans, and that's done. So we got 2 more to run, and then we're done here. Finally. All right. All right. Go for wire hunting. Now it's less wires. Now I'm pretty sure I could look at the numbers and figure it out at this point, but it's less wires. But I should be able to kind of hit the first one on them. There we go. That one right there. Now this will be negative, so I don't have to put a what's the name on this. We can just put it directly in. Hey Derek, welcome to the stream. If I didn't say welcome, bud. What are your thoughts on the Goliath hotend? Oh, I like it. I would love to run one. The only problem with me now with the longer heat zone, melt zone, is, for me at least, I find it a little harder to tune. With my, because I'm running a, come to me, Fadus Ultra iFlow. And I noticed even when I was running the longer heat zone, like I had to tune certain perimeters, like it would leak a lot. You know, I'm not sure if because the longer heat zone you have a melting a lot more filament, but it will leak a lot. Like I noticed my nozzle will drip out filament a lot, so that's what I had to get used to. When it comes to retraction, I had to adjust the retraction on the longer heat zone too. There's a little knacks when it comes to the longer heat zone with those type of hot ends, but it's nothing you can't really account for in the slicer. But now I have mine dialed in where I'm like, okay, it's really perfect now. So that's the only different thing. But the Goliath is nice. I would like to eventually buy one and run on my VZ Trident if I get a chance to do that. Nick the LOL. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, microfits are not I'm not a fan of them. I do have microfits though. Don't get me wrong. I have a ton of them, but I just this is just I find JST a little easier to deal with. Just a little easier to deal with. Rapido Ultra iFlow. Sorry if it wasn't clear. Rapido Ultra iFlow. I do have a Dragon iFlow, and I also have a Dragon Ultra iFlow, the new version from Phaedos. I haven't found anything that supports it yet, which is why it's just sitting in the box still. Like literally, look, I'm not even playing. It's sitting there. Now I did initially bought it. To use on the K3, but then when I realized that it's not really supported, I just went and put a regular Rapido in it. However, if it is supported, when I do update everything, I'll put this in there. So basically, it's a regular Dragon, I want to say, with what do you call this part here? Is it a volcano block? Basically, yeah, a volcano block on there. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So just a Dragon with a volcano block. I really don't like where you mount the heat, the cartridge. So this mounting point is very awkward. Like this is not smart, Phaedos. Like this is not this is not convenient at all. Like this is not the best place to mount that. And the thermistor go here too, which is it's just kind of awkward out mounts, you know. So right now there's not a lot of things that support the way this mounts, so that's why it's just sitting in the box. I haven't even used it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll see. So yeah, it's just sitting at the moment. Didn't get that right. So I did find Andrew, I did find some microfits on where did I buy my microfits from? I got a whole assortment of it from anywhere from 2-pin to about 5-pin. Where did Mauser. Check Mauser, or is it a Mauser or what's that other little one that sells electronics? A DigiKey. But I want to say Mauser. And it's expensive. It was like $67 for the whole pack. It comes with everything, but it's very expensive for microfits. I don't know why microfits are so expensive, but at $67 I think I paid, and you get a whole variety of 2 pins to 5 pins, I think. Hey Nuno! Yo! Happy to see you around. I know sometimes you can't make it, but oh man, I'm happy to see you, dude. Just got off work. I know the vibe, but I'm glad you could make it. See, I'm smiling for you, dude. I love seeing you around the streams, dude. And also, thanks for being a Patreon, man. I just want to let you know personally. Thank you for being a Patreon. I appreciate you, really do. So, in the US, KB3D has microfits. Oh, okay, good to know, Steve. Thanks for posting that. Some of the other vendors may have similar. Okay, thanks for sharing that, Steve. I get my microfits from Ali Mauser. Definitively, microfits are too expensive. Yeah, they are too expensive, Ken. They're very expensive. I was in a rush for them, else I would have probably gotten them from Ali. But I was in a rush and got them in like 2 days. But they're very expensive. For $67 for that kit is a little bit outrageous for microfits. But if you can get them cheaper, I would say get them cheaper. They do the same thing. Alright, trying to finagle this thing in there. There we go. Alright. Oh, almost there, guys. Last one. The last one we gotta do, and we're done with this thing, man. This was yeah, at the end of the road here. Okay. So this is negative. That doesn't sound good. I think I pushed it in too far. That should have clicked earlier. Okay, I didn't. I guess the wire was too thick. It just felt like I pushed it in too far. Okay, so let me go back and remind myself where negative is. Okay, so on this side. All right, one more wire, and we're done. Let's use this one. All right, back on my way home. All right. Drive safe if you're driving. KB3D 360 piece kit is $34.9. Oh, that's nice. That's much cheaper. Oh, awesome, Steve. Glad you pointed out. That's much cheaper. That's half the price of what Mauser charged. Wow. See, you need to support the small vendors, man. These big vendors are like outrageously charging for no reason. So this is... Oh, I see what I was supposed to do first. See, I almost forgot. I got out of the rhythm. I almost forgot that I got to find the cable. Yeah, the wire. Gotta be one of these three. Or four. There we go. There we go. All right. Alright, almost at the end here. Oh, I forgot I have this one in first. Alright, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this too. It's on there, not coming off. So. Keep up with you guys. You guys take it easy. Gotta run. Alright, Axe Potato, thanks for coming through, buddy. I'm almost finished with my Rook mod. Just need to do wiring basically. Nice. I live like 2.5 hours from DHF. In fact, I keep threatening to show up and helping him sweep the dog hair. You should. You should, Andrew. Just pop up on him. Canada here. Ali's almost the only vendor. Oh man, I like AliExpress though lately because you know you're gonna get your stuff in 2 weeks. I think we talked on the last stream that Amazon been dropping the ball lately. I hope they step up, man. I do like Amazon for some things, just because you can get certain things quicker. But these days, AliExpress, you're pretty much guaranteed to get your stuff in 2 weeks. So it kind of defeats the purpose of even worrying about Amazon Prime. But honestly, some things that comes in the next day I kind of like, and that's the only reason why I have Prime. And the customer service, the fact that they don't hassle you for a return. But outside of that, Amazon is pretty much getting to the point where it's like, Prime is robbery. Like, paying for Prime is literal robbery at this point. So, but if they keep on, I promise you I'll just cancel my Prime membership. Because, alright. So at this point, I can turn this off. I no longer need it because I'm pretty much done with the wiring here. I'm just going to fold this back. Now, so there's only 4 conductors left. So like I said before, let's say if I needed to add a feature, let's say I need to add like LED lights, or I wanted to go with a BL Touch, or some other feature that, you know, the K3 would need. I have 4 conductors extra to wire up whatever that is, or a spear ground or something. So that's, you know, that's a nice little benefit I can have. So usually I just fold this aside. Like once I run in at the back, I just zip tie it down and fold this aside because I'm not going to use this. So these are what we're concerned about though. Lucky you, 2 weeks to my country. They took 2 months. Dang, Senzi. Wow. Okay, that's a long time, dude. You might as well say your package is lost at that point and just request to get your money back. Hey, Steven. Welcome to the stream, bud. Nice to see you around. My wife locked my debit card for AliExpress. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. AliExpress, if you're not careful, you can spend a whole bunch of money. Because I'm not gonna lie, some of the 3D printing stuff you need is super cheap. It's just, they catch you on shipping a little bit. But you can spend quite a bit on AliExpress if you're not careful. So I can see that. AliExpress even shipped during the New Year holiday. I'm happy to wait. Save some money. I don't blame you, 3D Experiment. I don't blame you at all. That's domestic abuse. Alright, so we're almost done. The only thing to run is this last piece, and we're pretty much done with wiring here. I'm in Austin, like 40 minutes from DFH. Love how I get most of my orders in 2 days or less. That's nice. That's very convenient. Now, what I would, hey, listen, I'm in Florida, so I know Fabrico is based out in Florida, so that'd be cool. You know, if I was closer, then I could go pick up my stuff, but, you know. Oh, that guy that ghosted me. Listen, I'm not gonna call him out on the stream. I'm more professional on that. I would have called him out on the stream, but I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it be. I just think it's personal, so I'm not gonna do that. I respect people, so it is what it is. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I won't call any names, but this is what happened to me. Okay, I'm just gonna. So there's a certain person, for those who were here last stream and know I'm talking, but I won't call them out because I'm not that type of person to do that. I still respect people, even though if they do, if they do me wrong, it's all right. So someone was on the stream I met on Nero's stream that was willing to give away some SKR board. He was located in Florida. And so we connected behind the scenes, and I was supposed to meet him last weekend to come pick up some stuff. He was really nice. I'm saying he was believable. He had my number. I had his number. We did some exchange. He was in Florida. We were supposed to make some content around the stuff. And I showed up. Listen, I drove 118 miles with my wife to this dude's house, only for this dude not to be there, knowing that I was gonna come and pick up some stuff from the guy, not to be there. I only met his wife, and which was so nice. But I asked about him, and she was like, he was not here, and I was like, wow, I drove 118 miles only to be ghosted, and the dude hasn't talked to me since. So I was like, dang, like that's okay. We're like that, but okay. But yeah, so I'm not gonna call out his name or anything like that, but that just tells me though, I'm being sincere, he wasn't. So from now on, if I'm gonna get something from someone, I'm just gonna say ship it. I'll pay you to ship it to me. I'm not even gonna show up, because yeah, driving 180 miles is no joke, especially coming back and forth. Wasted a whole $30 in gas. Yeah, it's messed up. It's all good, man. I didn't take it anyway. I just said, it is what it is. It was, I just thought he was genuine about it, but it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I never experienced that before, being ghosted, but I was like, whoa, okay, this is what that feels like. Catfish, I guess, but but it's cool. It's cool. First time for everything, I guess. And what made it worse, it'd be different if he wasn't really there and he would have messaged me, because today's what? We did it last Saturday. Today's what? Thursday? It'd be different if he messaged me and said, hey man, my bad, like, such and such came through, because I texted him before I left. Such and such came up, I couldn't be at home, at least say something. But the fact that you haven't said something from last Saturday, whoa, okay, that just already confirmed, like, you weren't being real from day one, so. And I was super excited too, because he just sounded genuine, It just sounded like he wanted to help the channel and build some content in the background. He just sounded super genuine. And I'm a guy that, whatever you say, I'm going to believe you the first time. I'm not going to doubt you or thinking you're not being real. I'm going to believe you the first time you tell me, unless you prove otherwise in this case. But, but it's all good. Sorry, here's a banana. Oh, zombie, you're funny, dude. I appreciate it though. People are mentally ill. Ghosting is so common. Yeah, man, it's all good. I just take light to it. It's okay. It happens. Exactly, you know, kind of stung. Exactly, call it a scheduling conflict. At least that. Even if you had text me that right now, I probably believe you. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it's a little late. You know. You know, I appreciate that, man, for sure. I appreciate that. That made me feel better. You guys made me feel better. So I'm done with this. So thanks for watching me and just holding out, guys. But I'm done. So all I'm doing now is just taking these little extra wires and just putting it aside, so that way it's not in the way. But I'm pretty much done with the wiring now, so we can kind of bring the printer up and show you guys stuff. So let's do that. Wow, that was long. That took a good little minute, but I did pretty good. All right, let's take this down out you guys' way. I'm gonna let the wifey take this from me because I no longer need this. There we go. Thank you. All right, just clean up after myself a little bit here. All right, let's get the printer off the show today. All right, it's heavy, guys, so bear with me. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys in a close-up so you guys can see what I did. It's just a little heavy, guys. The more I add to it, the more heavy it gets. It's outrageous. All right. So, you guys can see. You guys should be able to see. So, I have. Yeah, she's in the background, Andrew. Yep, she helps me a lot. She really does help make the stream a little easier. So, I got the board ran. I also have the switches and everything wired up. I did follow the Voron 2.4 manual to wire this up. I am taking advantage of using the Wagos here to mount stuff. So as you can see, I have stuff pre-wired. Now, don't judge my wiring skills, okay? I'm not the cleanest wiring router guy. You know, I just like to wire up the printer and make it work. So, but pretty much I have everything kind of pre-wired. I did sleeve all of the motor cables in, it's like a army olive green, I want to say. You might not pick that up on the camera, but it looks like a gray, but it's actually an army olive green color on there. So but everything else is wired up. It just need to connect everything now. So that's the goal, is to start working on the tool head, wiring up the tool head, and then we can work our way through. But I just want to show you guys that I did do some wiring. So it's looking good, looking good. All right, so let me put you guys back down and do my overhead cam here so you guys can kind of see above. So there we go. Let you guys see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and what happened? My wife is in the background. Didn't you have one? What did that one cost? Why did you buy another one? Oh my goodness, zombie, you're hilarious. Oh Lord. Sorry, I ate that one. Oh, that's why I like the streams. Oh my goodness. Only good fun. I love it. Oh, that was a good one. So, let's run that cable and see what we can get done here. So, I think it's just easier to run it this way because it's. Alright, we should have enough length, which, yeah, it was open. Yeah, so we do. So, these I'm going to kind of tape off. So I'm going to use like electric tape. Pretty sure I have some around here. Hey babe, if you hand me, if you look in that little bin, I have some electrical tape. Electrical tape in there. It's in a second storage bin. She watches Law and Order, then reminds me it's research so she doesn't get caught. Hey, I don't blame her though, Steve. Steven, I don't blame her. Got any eggs on zombie and dog? I got some in my savings, but I think that kind of currency stinks after a few weeks. Yeah, there should be a black. I definitely don't want to use painter's tape here, right? It's electrical tape. Oh, you do? Okay. It's just to tape this off so it doesn't look ugly. So I'm just using electrical tape here just to tape off the extra conductors. I don't want to cut them just in case I need to use them, so just taping them off. Oops. Guy in the background there. Sorry guys, you guys are seeing nothing. Hold on, at the moment. I'll let you see the front view here so you guys can actually see something. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna now, if I need it, of course, I can take off the tape, but I'm probably not going to need it for this setup. Because I'm not going to run any extra LED to the tool head or anything, any other fancy stuff. Unless I need it for like a stronger fan or RPM or something. Mom chicken make all the eggs I need. Rook fun. Ah, thanks, Nuno. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm excited for that Rook build. Absolutely looking forward to that. I think Rolahan will finally be happy because I know he wants me to build one, so I'll make sure to put it on the schedule for it so he knows it's coming. Alright, so it looks like this when's all done. So now we just gotta plug it all in. Make sure nothing goes boom when I plug up everything, but I'm confident in the wiring though. I'm confident in my skills, so. having a hard time connecting this thing. Okay. Plugging in the, make sure everything line up, and we are good. This is the stepper cable that went right in. This is the hotend and thermistor cable. I'll let you guys see it when I'm done, but I got to do some proper wire management here. It's kind of a all right, and then the fans. Kind of fighting with it just to get it in because I'm at that angle. So. All right. All right, so all wired up. So now I gotta just take thinking a zip tie, just a zip tie to kind of hold this whole bunch together so it doesn't shift. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, but so I'll let you guys see. So that's the wiring. Ignore this little white piece. That's just from the what's the name itself, the inner tubing thing. I just need to cut that out, but this is basically what it is. So the reason why I like this, because if you notice, it's stiffer, so it acts as an umbilical and it's just much stiffer, so when it moves around there shouldn't be much issue with it flexing or anything like that. So we're gonna have to fix that up, but I want you guys to see that part. Alright, fix this portion. Alright. I don't know if I can get the zip tie around every one of them, so I might have to use slightly thicker zip tie here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to use a thicker zip tie to hold that in place because the small ones are not doing it. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Let's see if I can hold this in place a little bit. I need a better sleeve. Okay. Thank you for letting Henry entertain us. Yeah, she really does support what I do, which is really nice. All right, so I zipped. Well, nope. It didn't catch everyone. I'm trying to make sure it sit at least on some of these so it doesn't shift on me, but it's. I think that's okay. And if I put some zip ties on top, it should look a lot neater. Just to keep it in place. Yeah, there we go. That looks really clean. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the end results here. All right. All right, guys. So this is the end result. So as you notice, it's kind of sitting in place. So it's not nice. I don't like this. I mean, you know, I wish it was more blacker so you can see it. But have you noticed it's stiff enough where it sits in place? So that's why I like these type of wire. It looks really, really nice. It just comes out 10 times better. Let me give you guys a front view of that too. So let me see. Can I get the top view? Let me go. I'm gonna tilt it down so you guys can see. So as you guys can see, you see how nice that is? So now when we move it around, see, it doesn't get in the way. I like that. It's clean, see? Just doesn't get in the way. So that's why I use this type of cable, just for the prop, because it's stiff, nice and stiff enough to keep everything up out of the way. So there we go. So that looks really good. I'm happy with how that turned out. Super stoked. Yes. Super happy with that, guys. Super, super happy. So okay, I've been given an official ultimatum. Voron, 6 printers, this from side room to the basement. My weekend is booked. Thank you, GoldenJaguar3D. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. So that's what I was hoping to get that look. So now all it is now is just the wiring everything, and we're pretty much good there. Yeah, it's gonna go, brr. It's gonna go. All right, so let's lift this up. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I'll let you guys see the back. It's a little messy, but nothing I can't clean up. So don't worry about the back. It's, you know, like I said, nothing I can't clean up. So all I got to do is just plug in everything at this point, and just, yeah, basically plug it in and then get it going. So nothing else to do other than run the see if I have any more, the PTFE tube inside. I also have, it was on my desk, I have these 2 LED strips. These are the these are LEDs, but you know they have the little thing in front of them, diffuser. These are the diffusing LEDs. So I'm going to be using these on the side, and I'm also going to sleeve them. So the next time you see this printer, it'll be done. There'll be nothing else to do than to print. Okay, so the next stream is literally buttoning it up and printing stream at that point. So we're going to get this thing running. We're going to configure it, set it up, make sure it prints, that type of thing. So yeah, we're pretty much done here. So I'm excited. So yes. Uh-oh. Got my mouth there, luckily. This thing is heavy. Alright. So, let's see what they're saying. Keep up with them. The other pins are called burr pins. I've seen some people use plugs on the wall of the printer to go from normal wire to umbilical. I think aviation plugs. Can't wait to see how it runs. I've heard the quality is wicked. Speeds. Yes. The print quality in this, I'm excited for it just because I've looked in the the Discord so much and see the quality come off of this thing at some crazy speeds. I'm open. My goal here is to at least try to push 30k acceleration at 300 millimeters per second. That's my, be honest, that's my minimum at this point. This thing has been a journey. At this point, 30k, 300. That's the goal. That's the goal to try to push. But I think we can do it. And look, I said it bust my lip, right? When I was taking it down. Look, guys, it gave me a cut for good luck. See that? Kind of cut my lip. There you go. So it better perform, else I'm gonna toss it to the next wall after cutting me. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to expand the time any further, so I think we're good to call it a stream. But I really appreciate you guys coming out, supporting the channel. I'm a fresh channel, but I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that come every Thursday and support the stream. If you would like to support me, you can do that by joining the Patreon, or just donate like regular, or just come around and subscribe and recommend the videos. That's really it. So I'm here to stay. You know, like I said, I like this live stream stuff. You guys make it fun and lively, so I definitely want to keep this up and continue, and see where we branch off into. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it a night, so that way I don't hold you guys up, and then we'll see you next week for the V2.4 tap installation. Then after that, we'll be back to this. So by that time this will be done, we're just gonna configure it, get it printing and whatnot. So, but yeah, guys, have a good night. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. All right, peace.